Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules. I am here to do another reading vlog. In this vlog, I'm going to be reading a few Book of the Month books. So today is actually the first day of a readathon that Gwen is hosting in her Patreon. It is called The Letter Fiasco, and the letter is S. So we either have to read a book where the title starts with an S or the author's first or last name starts with an S. So I was looking through my shelves. I wanted something that was already on my shelf. I didn't want to get anything new. So I was looking what I had, and I saw that a few of these older Book of the Month books fit that bill. So I decided, let's get them off my shelf. So I picked out 3, but I don't know if I'm gonna get 3 read. So the readathon is only 3 days. Let me show you what I'm planning on reading. So the ones I have selected is Someone in the Attic by Andrea Mara. I have Sleep Tight by J.H. Markert. And I have Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Kavanaugh. So this is the one I do not have the audio for yet. That says it's coming soon. And this is one of the ones I do want to read the most, but I don't have the audio yet, so I'm waiting. So the one I'm going to start with is Someone in the Attic. This one says, Anya is enjoying a relaxing bath when she hears a noise coming from the ceiling. Through the open bathroom door, she sees the attic hatch swing down and a masked figure drops to the floor. 30 seconds later, Anya is dead. Across town, Anya's old school friend, Julia, sees an online video of a masked figure climbing out of an attic. She suddenly realizes why the footage is eerily familiar. It was filmed inside her own house in a luxury gated community designed to keep intruders out. Why would a stranger target Julia, unless of course it's not a stranger at all? So it's Friday today. The readathon goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm hoping to actually get this one completely read today. And then tomorrow I'm actually going to go have a fun play date with my cousin. So we're going up to the Elms in Excelsior Springs, which is a haunted hotel. It's relatively close. I've been to the hotel before. Actually was in a wedding there many years ago, and we did the ghost tour there. So we're just gonna explore a little bit. We're gonna do some shopping, we're gonna have lunch, we're gonna go to dinner, we're gonna check out some little nature areas, we're gonna do the ghost tour. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So then I'm gonna stay the night out there and then get up, have breakfast, and then come back home. So we'll see. So I'm not gonna have a lot of time for reading, so I will listen to an audiobook on my way out and my way back. So I'm actually going to drink my coffee. I'm gonna go work on my puzzle while I listen to this book, and I will be back when I have some thoughts for you. Hello, I am back with some updates on this. I am a little over 50% through. I had to change my shirt because I'm hot. I'm currently working on my sticker dump. My fall sticker dump is kind of like a fall Thanksgiving-ish theme. So here's my first page. I love it. And now I'm working on my second page. So I figured while I kind of already have it laid out. But then like I move them around as I stick them down and then like add other ones to it. I had a bunch. I had ordered fall stickers, and then I have some from this sticker book and from this sticker book and from this. I'm just like pulling random stuff to fill in like spots. Updates on this. Okay, so as the synopsis says, right off the bat, Anya is killed. She's in the tub. Someone comes down from the attic and kills her. But it's labeled as like an accidental drowning. So they say that she like opened wine, like drank a lot of it, which we don't know if she really did or not. We know she was killed, but everybody else, they say it was an accidental, saying that she drank too much, was in the tub, fell asleep, and accidentally drowned. So then we instantly move over to Jules and her friend, not Jules, Julia. We move over to Julia and her friends, and they are waiting to meet up with Anya for a drink, and then they see an update that she has been found dead. And then Julia has just moved. It's really funny because she has a weird relationship with her ex-husband. So Jules and her husband have been divorced for a while, and now my husband's home. And they're, my dogs are gonna bark. It's okay. So Jules and her husband have been divorced for a very long time, but like they're still like very in each other's lives because they have kids together. So like they're always at each other's houses, having dinners, doing things with the kids, like, so very involved. So there's a mention that they have just moved back to Ireland because it seems like they're running away from something that happened with their daughter, like a teenage daughter, like maybe a bullying situation that happened or something that happened at school. So they have moved back to Ireland. So they are now in Ireland. Of course, teenage daughter's pissed. And there's so I'm not sure how old they said the daughter was, but then there's also a young boy. So they've moved back. They have this house. So it's the house. So the house is just her and her kids are in it. Her husband or her ex-husband lives somewhere else. So the daughter shows her this TikTok video and she's like, look at this video. She's like, this is our house. So apparently there's some kind of like TV show or something that was like, honestly, I'm a little bit confused about what it is, but apparently there's like there was like you know how there's like TikTok trends. So apparently there was something going around where like people were making scary videos, like guys creeping down out of attics, like with like those Kavala things on their heads or whatever. Like, so there's like a bunch of these going around. It's like it's like somewhere had filmed something like that for like this TV show that was happening, and then like this TikTok trend happened, and so then people are starting to like post all these videos reenacting like creeping out of an attic and like panning around the house, like, you know what I mean, supposedly looking like they like had broken or were like living up there or whatever. Anyway, it's their house. So her daughter apparently has a TikTok, and she found out that her daughter was making TikTok videos inside their house about like, just like, you know, as one does on TikTok, just makes random videos of stuff or whatever. And she's like, stop taking videos inside of her house. So she's thinking also, could it be that somebody, could it also be that somebody took her video and like edited it? Because you know how like nowadays you don't know what's real and what's not real. Okay, people be taking clips of stuff and piecing stuff together and making it look like it's something else. so she's thinking it could be that too. So we just kind of have them day to day, like trying to figure out, and whoever, so she had sent like a message from her daughter's account and was like, where'd you get this video? And then they like deleted the account. And then they'll like see other postings. So like her daughter is like, I don't know if they're tagging her daughter in it, because you know how you can like tag people in videos. I don't know if this person's like tagging her in it, but she's getting these like notifications, I think, of that there's these videos being posted. And so she, you know, tells her mom about it. And so each time she sees one, they're trying to figure out like where they're getting these where they're getting these videos from. And they're looking like they're current now. So like videos that have been taken, like things that are in certain places, like they've moved in now. And so then that's why they're trying to think, well, maybe they're taking clips from her video and like making new ones, or somebody's breaking in and taking videos in their house. Well, the kid, the young boy, is overhearing these conversations, and he's like, oh, no, the man in the attic is real. And she's like, no, there's nobody in the attic. And he's like, yeah, I've heard him. I've smelled him. I'm like, he's come in my room or whatever. And I'm just like, oh no. And it freaks the mom out enough that when the ex-husband's over there one time or whatever, they like go up into the attic to see if there's anybody up there. And of course there wasn't. So we're just kind of going through daily life with them of that. The new, like, some neighbors are coming by and just welcoming them to this neighborhood, which is supposed to be a very secured neighborhood. It's like a gated community. Like you can't get in unless you have like a code or someone lets you in, you know, whatever. So they end up going to like a dinner at the neighbor's house with like some of the other neighbors as well. So like kind of like a neighborhood dinner or whatever. And one of the guys is like kind of saying some things, like she's like, how would he know that about me? Or like, why was he saying that? And then he's also seems to always be coming around and just like offering her like suggestions about like, oh, don't forget to do this. The HOA gets really particular about this. And so he seems like he's being like very helpful, but like, is he? And then it's also seeming that something happened between their friend group when Julia was younger, like before she got with her husband, Gabe, which Gabe had briefly dated Anya, the girl that got killed at the beginning. And there was another friend, and I think something happened to one of their friends when they were younger. And I think she got killed, something happened, died, whatever. I don't know much about that yet because it hasn't really said anything about that. But yeah, so somebody keeps posting these videos. Well, there's a new video out and it's a different house. It's not her house, but she recognizes like some of the things in it. There's something that she sees in that video that she's like, that's Anya's house. She's like, so now she really thinks, because in the back of her mind, she was like, I don't think her death was an accident. And if her death wasn't an accident and she was killed and now maybe somebody's targeting me, like what is the connection? Does it have something to do with the thing that happened in their past? I kind of feel like it's jumping around too much and I'm not getting a lot of information on the other things. So we do get flashback chapters of before she got with her husband. And we also do get a flashback chapter of her having conversations with the mom of the bully kid from the high school. It's just kind of all over the place a little bit. I'm not liking it, but I'm just kind of like, I mean, the man in the attic type thing, that's creepy. Okay. The videos are creepy. Like, is it somebody she knows? Why are they targeting her? But like, just the thought, the little boy is creepy. The way he's like, yeah, there's a man up there. I know he's watching us. And I'm just like, oh no. And like any little thing you hear, like noise, like, And of course she doesn't have her kids all the time. So there's some nights when she's home by herself. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, I couldn't do it. Anyway, that's where I'm at now. Those are my thoughts. I'm going to finish my sticker dump and listen some more to this. Yeah, I will probably go grab dinner, come home. I don't know. I'm hoping I can read more, but usually on Friday nights I watch a movie with my husband. So sometimes if I tell him I'm reading, he'll just put something on that we've already watched. So it doesn't really matter. But anyway, all right, guys, I'll check in with you guys later. Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. I am getting ready to leave to head up to the Elms. It is a little further than I thought it was. I thought it was only like 30 minutes away. Maybe it's more like 40. My dog wants in. I came out here because my dog was not wanting he was not wanting to stay outside to go to the bathroom, and I need to make sure he goes to the bathroom before I leave. So anyway, last night I finished Someone in the Attic, and it was all over the place. It was all over the place. Like, there were so many subplots in it. It's a quick read, and it like kept me interested, but it just jumped around too much. Like, excuse the barking. Now he's gonna run the fence line. It just jumped all over the place, and I don't feel like I didn't like the reveal of the whole attic thing. It would have been better if it was something else, in my opinion. And then we do circle back around to like the whole like issue that happened with her daughter, with the reason they had to leave. And I didn't really like the reveal of that either. Obviously I can't tell you because I don't want to give any spoilers, but yeah, I ended up giving it 3 stars, but it's honestly probably more like a 2.5. Yeah. Anyway. So I did start Sleep Tight this morning. I am already 17% into this book. This book is good. So I'm going to read what it's about. It says, beware the one that got away. Father Silence once terrorized the rural town of Twisted Tree, disguising himself as a priest to prey on the most vulnerable members of society. When the police finally found his house of horrors, they uncovered 19 bodies and 1 survivor, a boy now locked away in a hospital for the criminally insane. Nearly 2 decades later, Father Silence is finally put to death, but by the next morning, the detective who made the original arrest is found dead. A new serial killer is taking credit for the murder and calling himself the Outcast. The detective's daughter, Tess Claiborne, is a detective herself, haunted by childhood trauma and horrified by the death of her father and the resurgence of Father Silence's legacy. When Tess's daughter is kidnapped by the outcast, Tess is forced to face her worst fears and long-buried memories. With no leads to follow, she travels back to Twisted Tree to visit the boy who survived and see what secrets might be buried in the tangled web of his broken mind. Yeah, it's good. So at the beginning, it starts off with a little boy, like, coloring. It almost reminded me of Hidden Pictures, which I haven't even read that book, but, like, it just so prominent with the pictures, like the creepy pictures of when a kid is, like, almost possessed and drawing, like, really, really hard, and then a picture is there and they don't remember doing it. So that's how it starts. And then it flips over right into the execution of the serial killer. And then it goes to Tessa's perspective and, you know, her watching the news that he's been executed. Her father was the one of the detectives that put him away. And then I was like, how am I going to talk about this book when I can't say what happened? But obviously the synopsis says her father's murdered. So by this new serial killer. So, which was just awful, like, having her go through that and the loss of him. So Tess has a daughter of her own. She's either separated or divorced. I don't know if she's divorced yet. She's separated, I think, from her husband. And her daughter's kidnapped by this new serial killer. So yeah, we're just now, I mean, just the panic of showing up to the school and realizing your kid is not there where you dropped them off at and they're not there. And yeah, that was crazy. So this book, off to a good start, y'all. So I am going to listen to this while I, and the front of this cover, I just keep looking at it. Look at this house, y'all. That looks so creepy. So I'm going to listen to this while I drive up to the Elms, and then I obviously won't be able to, you know, listen to my book throughout the day while I'm hanging out with my cousin, but I will get video clips of whatever we get up to. But I will check back in with you guys later. hello, we are done. We had a wine tasting. It was very nice.
Yeah.
We are at Shamrock Hills. Look at you can't see the little logo, but it's so cute. It's like the Tree of Life. So yeah, we're here. My cousin was like, which 3 places? Yes, be kind. Be kind, bitches.
Kind.
So she had 3 places that we had in mind, and she's like, I'm going to tell you the names of them, and then you pick which one. So as soon as she said Shamrock, I was like, yes, that's the one. So anything, you know me, you guys, Irish, anything that says Shamrock. And then, of course, she loves the Tree of Life, which I also do love the Tree of Life. So we're like, it's perfect. That's the one to go to. So when we first got here, there was like nobody here, you guys. Like, it was just us. And we did a wine tasting, and then we got a glass of wine, and we got a charcuterie. We got a charcuterie board.
Chocolates.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah.
The beautiful weather. I mean, this day is perfect.
The dogs are so sweet. There's 2 dogs here.
Chloe.
We have Chloe and Finnegan. So our bellies are full. We are relaxed. It is so peaceful out here. It is so calm.
Yellow butterfly.
I love it. Shut up. Where?
Where
are you seeing them?
I swear.
The butterflies are here, y'all, and my cousin's seeing them, and I am not.
Hold on. He'll pop up.
But, I mean, still, obviously. Mama's with us. We are just enjoying this time of relaxing and not having to deal with the world at the moment. Right?
It's a good day.
Yeah, it is a good day. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Hello friends, I'm back with some updates on Sleep Tight. Today is Sunday. I got up early this morning. Me and my cousin walked down to this little cafe and had the best breakfast. It was so good. We just got like breakfast sandwiches. So I got like a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, and they had these like little cubed like potatoes on the side. They were so crispy and seasoned so good. They were delicious. So yeah, after breakfast, went back, packed up our stuff, headed home. So I got home probably about 9 o'clock this morning and did a little bit of picking up, did some dishes. Then I went to the grocery store, and I'm back home, put all my groceries up, got a meal in the crock pot. I am making a like cube steak gravy, like a brown gravy cube steak thing that I'm gonna eat over egg noodles. And I listened to the book on the way out, didn't get to listen at all day yesterday after that. And then I listened some more on the way back. And then I listened while I was doing a little bit of like my house stuff and while I was grocery shopping. So I'm officially at 60% in this book, and I'm still really enjoying it. So Tess and Justin and the other cop, her partner, have all flown out back to her hometown to kind of like figure out what's going on, because obviously the serial killer is dead now. He's been executed, and his lone survivor was a young kid who is now in an institution. So he's been locked away. So they know it can't be him. So their goal was to go out and like talk to him. They do talk to him and find out some things. It actually kind of has some more questions that are coming about, because he says he doesn't remember anything. I don't want to give anything away, so I can't really tell you, like, but there was something revealed at this discussion with this kid who is now a man. And also in the town, there's some like weird, like cult-like things happening. There's like people wearing these like animal masks, like Halloween masks, but they're like animals, and just doing some weird, they do weird things. Okay, so I guess that's like a thing. There's this like group of weird teens doing weird cultish things. But so there's kind of some talk of that happening. And then Tess is revealing some things that she's remembering from when her dad was actually on the case trying to find the serial killer. She's also probably had something traumatic happened, and she has repressed those memories and like I feel like they're going to come out. And her husband's trying to help her like through that process. And she's had an issue with pain pills before, because she was like injured on the job. I think she was wounded by like a bullet. And she had to have recovery, and then she got like addicted to pain pills, and he had to help her with that. And she's kind of going now through this bout of wanting, pain pills. And then the husband, Justin, is an alcoholic, I think. And so they kind of have their own demons that they're dealing with while trying to find their daughter. So yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. So my goal is to finish this today so that I can end this vlog, because the readathon's over today. So I'm not gonna have time to read the third book. The audio hasn't come available for it anyway, so obviously I will read it later, but when it comes available. But for now, I'm gonna finish this book up for this vlog. So I am just gonna do some cleaning. I did order a turning bookcase for the corner of my office. So I had some other stuff over there. It used to be where I kept all my Pango books that I was selling on like this little stand, but I needed that stand for my plant. I brought my fern inside. It's been outside. I'm gonna try not to kill it inside, but it was thriving this summer. Thriving. It was in the perfect place on the porch. It would get just a little bit of sun and then shade, and then I would remember to water it, and then obviously if it would rain, it would get. She not doing too good when she's inside. Okay. So I moved her. I call her Big Bertha because she's ginormous. And Gwen called her Big Bertha, actually, because I said, look at this big plant. She's so big. And she's like, she needs a name. And Big Bertha is what we call her. So I took the stand and I moved her, and she's in my bedroom in front of the window. So now I have this empty space over here. And I was like, that is perfect for like a little spinny bookcase. So I bought one. So I need to put it together because, y'all, I just ordered a lot of books. And I got no space for them over here. I got all my 12 and 12 book recs coming. I ordered some books from the book outlet sale and some other stuff. Pango. I had a bunch of credit on Pango. So technically I haven't like bought them. I've just used my credits. So I need to organize my bookshelf. So I think I'm going to put that together and figure out what I'm going to put on that spinning bookcase. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. It's probably going to be something from either this top shelf or this bottom shelf. My bottom shelf has my romances on it. I may put my romances on it. And then I could put my 12 and 12 and some other books down there. Because I don't want to move my fantasy books because I have them all on that top shelf and that up there. I don't think it would be big enough for my thrillers, my YA thrillers and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to put on there, but I'm moving something off these shelves of it. They're a hot mess. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I may take a little break and work on my puzzles some more because I haven't got to work on it since Friday morning. But I had a fantastic day yesterday, y'all. It was such a good day to just get away for the day and have fun with my cousin and not think about anything. We had many moments where we thought about my mom and we saw butterflies. So like actual, but real ones. So, but yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. So anyway, all right, I will come back with my final thoughts on this for you. Hello friends, I am back to close out this vlog. I finished Sleep Tight and I really enjoyed this. And it was so funny because when I went to do my updates and rate it, I was looking at some of the ratings and I was like, wow, this has some really bad ratings. I liked it, you guys. I'm going to settle on 4.5 stars. I don't know that it's quite a five. I mean, it could be a 5-star. I mean, if I'm being generous, I could just be like, yeah, it's a 5-star. I mean, I liked it. The only reason I think it probably wouldn't be a 5-star is because I do feel like it was maybe a little longer than it should have been. It's really not that long, y'all. It's only 320 pages, but there's a lot of words on these pages. Look, y'all, okay? I'd be reading and I was like, oh, I only got that much. I do like that it has short chapters, okay? It has short chapters. So the reading is very quick. I do love that. I love short chapters. I mean, there was a couple times where I was like, we were already to something and I was like, where's the next 30% of this book? Where's this going to go? You know what I mean? And I don't really feel like it got off plot really. It just kind of definitely took a different direction than I thought it was going to go, I guess, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Like it, and it does have a little bit of police procedural stuff in there. So if that's not your jam, maybe not the book for you. So her dad was a detective that was working on that serial killer case, the guy who was executed at the beginning. So we do have parts of that. And and Tess is also a detective, a police officer. I don't know if she's a police officer or detective, but she actually gets some of his records and they're like going through them and like rereading interviews with people and kind of trying to piece together clues and stuff. So I like that kind of stuff. I love a good, crime detective book. So that didn't bother me at all. Do I think this is like a thriller book? No, I don't think it was that. I do feel like it was more of a like cat and mouse, if you will, like giving clues of this is where you can find me, or them piecing together clues to try and figure out where he has taken the kid. I mean, but there was a few things in here that I did not see coming. You may have noticed in my little b-roll when I was reading. Yeah, so overall I enjoyed the book. So I did get 2 books completed for the readathon. I got 2 book of the month books off my shelf now. So that was good. And I had a nice, calming, relaxing day with my cousin. I did not get my bookcase put together yet. We were watching the Chiefs game. I made dinner. Dinner was delicious. Yeah. And then, did all my dog stuff, let the dogs out, did some laundry. And yeah, I'm going to close this out now because it's time for me to just chill for the rest of the night. So let me know if you read either of these books that I read, and if so, how you liked them. And until my next video, friends, be yourself, be awesome, be kind. Bye.